Virgin Atlantic by VS75 travelling to Orlando. Thank you for waiting. Now I'd like to continue by those customers in groups 1 and 2. That's customers in groups 1 and 2, which includes our premium silver to these one now for gate number 206.
Now boarding Virgin Atlantic flight VS75 from Manchester Airport to Orlando International Airport. And we're boarding an Airbus A330 known as Mademoiselle Rouge, which is the one we travelled on in 2011 and 2013. So, to the right hand side is boarding arrivals, and so arrivals down there, and we're now boarding the aeroplane, first time in 6 years. So here we go, I will see you on the plane.
Hello there everyone, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you're going to enjoy this video of the Virgin Atlantic flight operating the Airbus A330-300 operating the service VS75 from Manchester Airport over to Orlando International Airport. Now, the aircraft is parked up on gate 202, and that was my flight over to Orlando. So we'll be pushing back. At first we had the main safety demonstration, but then suddenly it stopped working. And then the cabin crew then had to prepare for a manual demonstration. So the aircraft then started taxiing out to the runway, and then suddenly the safety demonstration came back on, but it just had to it then had to be rebooted, so the flight entertainment system had to be turned off so it can get rebooted properly. And we were taking off on 05 left, the runway at Manchester, so we were taking off on 05 left. And the route from Manchester Airport took us over the city centre of Manchester, and then heading off towards Liverpool, and then across towards Ireland, and then across the ocean towards Northumberland and Boston and New York, and then heading down. So it went over Newfoundland and then Newfoundland, and then over towards New York, and then down the eastern seaboard, and then landing at Orlando International Airport. And so this is the aircraft, and of course Debbie was the flight service manager on the outbound flight to Orlando, and I'm going to show you the stuff what she gave me during the flight. So shout out to Debbie and all the crew on the VS75. So I just hope you enjoy the flight.
If you'd like to join the club and start collecting points today, or a range of exciting benefits, look the Flying Club on our in-flight entertainment or speak with a member of the cabin crew. We'd also like to welcome our Virgin Atlantic holiday customers and those joined us from Sky Team Alliance and other code-share partners. While you're checking in, please place larger bags into the overhead lockers. If you are sitting at an exit or front row seat, the floor area is clear. To help us leave on time, please take the seat shown on your boarding pass as quickly as possible and fasten your seatbelt. Just a reminder that the motor is not allowed on board at any time. Taking photos and videos is allowed on today's flight, but you must get consent from all the customers and crew before including it. If for any reason a crew member asks you not to take photos or video footage, please comply with their instructions. We expect our flight to take 8 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you and welcome on board.
Right then guys, here we go. We're now leaving Manchester Airport for Orlando International Airport in Florida. So I hope you're going to enjoy the flight as we go all the way from Manchester in the UK over to Orlando. First trip time to Orlando in like 6 years. The last time we went was 2018, and there's a TUI 787 operating the Dreamliner aircraft.
There's a Jet2 Holidays, Island Airlines there, and so we're now en route to Orlando from Manchester. There's the new part of T2 that will be done when the whole terminal's done. EasyJet over there. This is very exciting. We're on the A330 Mademoiselle Rouge. Now there was a couple of issues with the safety.
Cabin crew, please now take your seats for takeoff, thank you.
Now there was a bit of an issue with the safety demonstration, so they had to do it as a manual demonstration, unfortunately. And I never listened to a manual one for a while since the last time we flew with Thomas Cook. So there's a Thai Airways just parked up, Aer Lingus A330 Shamrock. Aer Lingus had picked up a lot of work from Thomas Cook, Ethiopian, and there's the control tower right there. And there's a Virgin A350, I think that might have been in for a service, because I think that was the one we were meant to be going on, the one that includes the cameras. And so we're on the A330 Mademoiselle Rouge. Haven't been on the A330 since 2013 because we've been the last time, because of, as you remember, Virgin traditionally used 747s from here at Manchester, and then they that was up until 2011 when they switched to an A330 on some flights. Then they rescheduled it back to the 747 in 2014 up until 2020. Then 2021 they changed it to the A330 and the A350. However, the Virgin do have Dreamliners, but however they don't. But obviously the Dreamliners don't go to Orlando, but they just fly over to New York John F. Kennedy International Airport. So there's the air traffic tower. Here at Manchester there's the fire station, and down there is the runway park. So I will see you once we get towards the runway. Here we are by the runway park, and as you can tell there's been a fault with the safety demo, and then it's still playing, but it will be switched off.
So if you have any questions, just ask. Now sit back and enjoy your flight, and thanks for watching.
There's the old radar tower. Seatbelt signs are now on, so that means it's time for takeoff. Unfortunately, we won't get the view of the terminal.
Once again, cabin crew, seats for takeoff, thank you.
Now, unfortunately, we won't be able to get a view of the terminal, but we will get a view of this lovely farm. And there's some sheep there. Yeah, there's a bit of a farm near here. Very weird. So we're going on to the runway. So we're taxiing around to the runway. Mini Harbour pylons over there. And so the aircraft is just about to head for the runway. First time we've been on the A330 in a while. This is going to take us all the way to Orlando International. Here we go. Now on our way. Are you ready? Here we go. Here comes the sound. And we're off. So enjoy the takeoff.
Well then, viewers, we are now in the air. And so anyway, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures here. And this is now the journey over to Orlando. So shout out to the subscribers back down on the ground. And that includes Black Country Traveller. And also One Mad Donkey. And also Blue Light Fazbear. I just hope you enjoy my YouTube channel so far. So we're in the air and the flight service manager is going to make her announcement, and she was managing the services in the upper class cabin, and then the cabin service supervisor was managing the services in economy and premium. So the fasten seatbelt signs were remaining on during the flight. But obviously there was a turbulence as we were approaching the United States. But there was nothing to worry about. All we had to do is just fasten our seatbelts. And anyone who has a blanket who decides to snooze, they should put the seatbelt over the blanket so the cabin crew don't need to disturb anyone.
Service in upper class today, and Louise will be the cabin service supervisor, managing the services in economy and premium. But there are just a few safety reminders we do need to tell you about before you settle down for the flight. As the fasten seatbelt signs are still on, or they've just gone off, but always keep your seatbelt fastened. Oh, yes, they are remaining on for now. Now, turbulence can happen at any time, so we strongly recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're in your seat, even if the seatbelt signs are not illuminated. If you're using a blanket or duvet, fasten it over the top so we can see it clearly and won't need to disturb you. Be careful if you open your overhead compartments in flight, as items may have moved during takeoff. Smoking, including electronic and smokeless cigarettes, and vaping is not allowed on board, and toilets are equipped with smoke detectors. If you are connecting your electronic equipment to the in-seat power supply, please do not leave it connected while you're not using it. If your device becomes hot or produces smoke or flames or falls into the seat structure, do not move the seat position and inform a crew member immediately. As our flight time today is approximately 8.5 hours, we'd like you to take time to enjoy the entertainment. You'll also find a selection of travel health and relaxation programs on how to stay comfortable during the flight. Now, these can be found in the wellness sleep sections in both TV and audio. Well, please don't forget that we are here to help, so if there's anything else that we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, then please do ask us. Otherwise, sit back, relax and enjoy the Virgin Atlantic experience. Now, the entertainment system is still just rebooting. It should be on very shortly if it isn't already. Thank you.
Okay then guys, here we are. We have now left Manchester. etc. All in alphabetical order. Movies. You can see the clouds. So here's all the different movies, all the good selection of movies. Of course, a tribute with the lovely Amy Winehouse, and of course in the game section. So this is flight entertainment system. So there's just not much, even though there's not much of games on here, but obviously it is a good flight. And just go back to the map. So just go back to the map. So flight path from Manchester to Orlando. So it's really good they've updated the map. Manchester. So got loads of different places. So Manchester now. So there we go. Okay then, time for the food review. So I've got a bread roll, some sort of salad, chocolate pot, Jacob's biscuits, Cathedral City cheese, butter, and the food I've got is barbecue chicken. So I'm just going to tuck in and enjoy. Manchester. The flights they use for Manchester now is an A330, 747 and an A350. But however, these type of A330 aircrafts are set to retire very soon and replaced by the 900 series A330s known as the Neos. But as always, I will keep you up to date on the fleet that's happening with Virgin Atlantic. Now then guys, as you know, I can't show you the inside of the cabin on the interior of the A330-300. But anyway, here is the seating plan. So you've got the galley kitchen at the front of the plane, and then of course you got the washrooms. There's another galley kitchen there. So this part here is upper class from row 1 all the way down to row 11. 11G and 10A and 10K. So all that is the upper class cabin where you get the seats converted into beds. There is the upper class bar, and you got 2 washrooms there. Then of course you got the galley kitchen there as well, another galley kitchen. This here is the premium cabin from row 18 all the way down to 25. Row 18 to 25, that's the premium cabin. And then all the way down there is the economy cabin. Now, the premium cabin includes the leather seats, whilst the economy cabin just includes the normal seats. And then, of course, you've got economy delight, which is like the window seats from row 51 down to 56 on each side of the cabin, of the window. And then you've got the normal type, like in the middle set of seats in the economy cabin, there's 4 seats, and for premium there's 3 in the middle. And then of course you've got the 2 on the window seats, and then you've got the galley kitchen at the rear of the aircraft where the tail fin.
is. So that is the information regarding to the seating plan on the A330. Okay, here's my purchase duty-free item. It's the Virgin Atlantic Airbus A350-1000 aircraft, which is actually one of the newest type aircrafts to be delivered to Virgin Atlantic, replacing the much-loved 747s. And this goes alongside my 787 Dreamliner, which I bought back in the year 2018, 6 years ago, along with one of the other 747s. Okay, this is information on the flights. So we'll scroll towards the UK there. So if I just move in on the touch screen. So here's what Manchester is. So Manchester is the largest city in the north of England and vies with Birmingham for the title of England's second city after London. Manchester's history is firmly set in the manufacturing industry. So you've got Manchester Town Hall, Old Trafford, the Beacon Tower, Media City, Salford, where Granada reports, North West Tonight in Coronation Street is broadcasting from, Salford Quays, and if I go up there,
Thank you. Oh, yes, sir.
yep. Yeah, just here on. And London, obviously you got Bristol and Birmingham, but obviously Virgin don't fly from Bristol or Birmingham. So London is not many of the world's cities. So you got Tower Bridge, which lies on the Thames, Buckingham Palace and Victoria Memorial, and Tower Bridge is also London Bridge, not to be confused with the song title. London at the nursery rhyme, London skyline at dusk, the Tower of London with the gherkin, London skyline with the London Eye, formerly the Millennium Wheel as it was built, and of course Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, where the government do their weekly press conference. And Aberdeen is known as the Granite City. So this is all about Aberdeen. And Edinburgh. So Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland. And you got as well in London you got Harrods Department Store, you got Edinburgh City Centre, Scottish National Gallery, Jenner's Department Store as well. So Glasgow also is the terminus of the West Coast Main Line from London Euston, Glasgow Central, and of course you've got Glasgow Queen Street as well. And Edinburgh station's called Edinburgh Waverley. So Glasgow. And moving on to Ireland, Belfast, and all this is also where the Irish pop groups like Bewitched, as well as Bewitched, you got Westlife and Boyzone, and also Nadine Cole from Girls Aloud is from Ireland. So quite a few bit of interest about the UK. So that's the UK. So now we're scrolling back towards where the plane is. So Boston. So this is Boston.
Massachusetts.
Oh,
Boston, Massachusetts.
oh yeah, Boston, Massachusetts. And then of course you got New York, also named for the famer. And there's also a song about that by various different artists. So it's a city that never sleeps. New York City is vibrant. Of course, you got Manhattan, Times Square, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Empire State Building, Times Square, the Statue of Liberty. Of course, there was the world's largest Toys R Us shop within New York City, but there isn't anymore. Washington DC is where the president is, the White House, where the President of America, Joe Biden, obviously, this is where the US president has their president based. And Atlanta, over in Atlanta, got the skyline of downtown Atlanta, the tidal wave. So that's all about Atlanta. So, and here we are, Orlando. So that's where we're heading to, Orlando. So you've got downtown Orlando, Cinderella Castle at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, the Kennedy Space Center close to Melbourne Airport, and of course you've got Universal, Islands of Then, Universal and SeaWorld. And welcome to Miami. And of course you've got Miami, named after the song Miami by Will Smith. So you got Miami in South Florida, Havana, then you got Havana. So this is Havana. Cancun in Mexico. A lot of people go to Mexico for their iconic pyramid. It's like Georgetown. And of course we've got Montego Bay in Jamaica. So you got Jamaica. So that's all they got. Not sure. Let me just Barbados, Antigua. So these are the various different destinations where Virgin fly in and out of. So you got Antigua, St. Lucia. So you got St. Lucia. Barbados, and Virgin fly into Bridgetown Grantley Adams International Airport. Tobago. Detroit. So we got Detroit here. So Detroit, Chicago. Got all the information on all these different cities in the states of Florida. I'm trying to learn all the different cities. Houston.
Vegas, Vegas, Nevada. So you got Vegas. So you got Las Vegas on here. The fountains, the Bellagio fountains, and the skyline of Las Vegas right here. So that's Vegas, and moving on to pressed the wrong one. Los Angeles. So this is Los Angeles, home to Hollywood, and of course it's also where Simon Cowell, who was the judge on the X Factor, did his judges' houses in Los Angeles for most series. Of course, Hollywood Walk, the Angels Flight Railway, which is the funicular railway, the American version of the funicular railway, because the funicular railways in the UK is in Bridgnorth, Aberystwyth, and of course Bournemouth. Virgin don't fly into Bournemouth because Bournemouth is only a small airport. And finally to San Francisco. San Francisco, home to the Golden Gate Bridge, and you get that on the soaring ride at Epcot. San Francisco downtown skyline, and there's the unique cable cars. So that's all of California. So that's all the information on the flight over to Orlando. Oh, nice one out. Seattle. Oh, Vancouver in Canada. So you got Vancouver. What's there? So you got Vancouver. North America. Mexico City. So that's all the so that's it. Right then, this is the afternoon dessert. Got an ice cream, rainbow, keep them organic.
Anyway, this is the Mile High Tea, which includes sandwiches and a scone or a scone or a scoon, whatever you call it. And it also includes tea, coffee, and of course, drink. And there's a couple of other goodies in the Mile High Tea. And this is like the pre-landing snack before we land into Orlando. So I just hope you're enjoying the flight so far, all the way from Manchester. So we will soon be landing into Orlando. Okay then guys, as you might have heard from the cabin crew member, we will soon be starting our descent into Orlando International Airport. So they've been making announcements, for example, like keeping your personal belongings and loose items throughout the seats, and also telling people to take the opportunity to use the washrooms, as the fasten seatbelt signs will soon be turned on for landing. And and of course we're also talking about what's going on with Virgin Atlantic and also all the currency. So they'd like to thank the flight team members. I'd like to thank everyone who's
On arrival into Orlando, eligible customers should use global entry or the mobile passport control app. All other customers will be directed to use the biometric or facial recognition entry system. Please follow the signs in the immigration hall or any instructions from the local customs officer. U.S. agricultural regulations restrict the import of certain items into the United States, including meat, dairy, fruit, vegetables, or meat and dairy-based products. There are spot fines for anyone found to carry these products. If you think you may have these items left or prevented by the United States Department of Agriculture, please hand them to the crew who will dispose of them for you or declare them once you've collected your baggage. In Terminal A, you'll find car hire desk, transfer companies, major landing holidays, and other tour operators. Anyone joining your cruise should speak to a major landing holiday representative. If you have a luggage or stroller, it can be collected at the baggage claim area after clearing immigration. Finally, please have your passport and documents ready for inspection when you get off the aircraft.
right. That was giving us directions, giving us information upon arrival into Orlando, and it's been a great flight all the way from Manchester. So. Maybe just expect a basement and rain later in the evening. Mostly we hope you enjoyed the service from the absolutely wonderful team of cabin crew on board today. On behalf of me, Dave and the crew, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly Virgin Atlantic and wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey. Right, here we go. We're ready for descending. Here we go then. Let's go. Well, nearly. So 38 minutes now, 37 minutes until landing. So seat must be in the upright position with the armrest down. And my ears have slightly popped, as you'd probably guess. Typical. Well, as you know, it's natural. Everyone's ears pop when they fly on an airline, even when they go up high hills like the Clee Hills, Monclow Hill, possibly Egg Lane, and even on the tube. So, it's a lovely day in Orlando. So we are now about to come down now. The aircraft is Okay then, as you can tell, we are now approaching Orlando International Airport, which is the gateway to Florida. And we will be landing down on the runway over in Orlando, which will be, I don't know what runway it is in Orlando, because obviously there's so many different runways in Orlando. So it's been a brilliant flight all the way from Manchester. And so we'll be touching down on the ground, and of course had those lovely condiments, which was the salt and pepper condiments off the flight service manager Debbie. So I'm just going to show you just before we land. Okay then guys, we are now landing into Orlando International Airport, the gateway to Florida. So yeah, there's an aqua park, a bit like Cliff Lakes in Tamworth, back in the UK. Got some good views in here. Some good views of structures. So here we go. Here we go. After 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and remember, here we go, getting ready to land. So after 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting lower. There's some tower cranes there. We're going along the water. So after 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we are. Now landing. Oh, and here we are. Welcome to Orlando International Airport. Now I can't see the terminal as that's on the other side, just like when we were here 6 years ago. But here we are. Welcome to the States. And there's the power station over there. The cooling down. So here we are. Well done, Captain. So the flight service manager is going to welcome us here to Orlando. So here we go. Welcome to Orlando, everyone. So yeah. Welcome to Orlando. So here we are. Just leaving the runway now at Orlando International. Back here. First time in 6 years. So we're going to get the flight mode sorted. There's the JetBlue aircraft hangar. And Delta here. Now as you know, Delta used to fly from Manchester, but they don't anymore because they haven't been flying there from there since before 2020. The same with United and American Airlines. So there's the air traffic control tower, the main one, which you'll see from miles.
Well, welcome then to Orlando, where the local time here is just coming up for 2:45 in the afternoon. Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt signs. Now, we'll return any items we have stowed for you as soon as we arrive at the terminal. If you were given an infant life jacket at the beginning of the flight, please do have this ready for collection by the cabin crew. Now before you leave us, just remember to check around your seat and in the seat pocket to make sure that you have everything with you. When you're opening the overhead lockers, do be careful as items may have moved during landing. Now if you've yet to donate any loose change or foreign currency to our charitable causes, there will be a collection bag available as you leave the aircraft, and we say goodbye. Now we do know many people are celebrating on board today, whether it's an anniversary or a birthday. Congratulations, have a super time here in Orlando. We'd just like to mention a happy 50th to Rata, and in 50 Golf, and 22A Kieran, is his birthday today as well. So happy birthday to you both, and as I mentioned earlier, have a fantastic time for celebrating here. Well, now to help keep the cabin cool whilst we're on the ground, can we ask you to close your window blinds unless you are seated at or just in front of an emergency exit row, and just to open as well any air vents. Now next time you travel, please remember to download the Virgin Atlantic app from the App Store to manage your booking and check-in online. And don't forget to join our Flying Club programme to collect Virgin points today for a range of exciting benefits, from reward flights to exclusive discounts and more. Well, we do hope you've enjoyed your time on board with us today. We do know you have a choice of airlines to fly with to Orlando. On behalf of the captain and the crew, we'd like to thank you for choosing Virgin Atlantic. Well, goodbye for now. Have a safe onward journey, and we do look forward to welcome you back on board again soon. Well, thank you and good afternoon.
So, anyway, here we are. We have just now landed into Orlando, where the local time has just gone. It's now 2:45 in the afternoon, the USA time, and whilst the aircraft is continuing taxiing to the terminal, we must all remain in our seats until the aircraft has stopped and the captain has turned the seatbelt signs off. And we need to make sure we keep the aisles and exits clear and return any items that the cabin crew has stowed as soon as we reach the terminal. Our phones must be kept in flight mode until after arrival, and remember, most airports don't allow people to use mobile phones or cameras in the customs and immigration hall. And also the cabin crew will have the life jackets handed in, especially the infants. And of course, on behalf of all the crew, they hope that we all had a great flight all the way from Manchester Airport, and we are now welcomed into Orlando. So here we are now, arrived at Orlando. So we just now go close the window blinds and get the cabin cool well on the ground here for preparation for the returning customers back to Manchester Airport. So now we're going to take care of our airport staff in Orlando, and now the process. Right then, the process of getting off the plane. As you know, for those people who've not been to Orlando before and might have flown into Melbourne with TUI, it's a lot different compared to being at Melbourne, because once you exit the plane, you follow the air bridge and then you'll follow the signs to passport control. There is a door in front that will be secure, because obviously that is for arriving passengers, that is only for departing passengers from Orlando. The only people that cross that area are the internal passengers. And so what we then have to go down to the lower level concourse here in Orlando, and then go make our way to the passport control, the immigration border control, and get our passports done, and then collect our suitcases at the luggage reclaim hall. Oh, JetBlue flight taking off. They now do flights into the UK now, London Heathrow. So JetBlue is just taken off, so we're now under the territory of JetBlue, Southwest, Delta and United. And of course, once we collected our bags and gone through customs, we'll then need to head upstairs to board the little terminal monorail, which is known as the APM, well now known as the Gate Link. And that'll take us into the main terminal building, and we'll be arriving on level 3 of the main terminal building, and that is also for check-in and security. And once we come off the Gate Link, we'll then go down to level 2 for those people who do transfer their bags, and then go down to level 1 for the car hire which is ground transportation for car hire or transfer bus. And then we'll get into the car hire. And this year, here at Joe's Bus Train Plan Lift Adventures, we're using Hertz rather than Alamo. So here we are. Welcome to Orlando. So we're arriving at gate A3 and got a Virgin A350 just there. So here we are. This is there's the A350 just arrived. I think that is the one for Manchester VS74. So you've got gate 87. That was the gate where we were when we last came. When we were coming back to Manchester. So we're occupying. So you've got Latin there. So we'll see you once we get to the gate.
Welcome to Orlando International Airport. Now, we have just arrived at the terminal. So here's the aircraft we're coming on. So we are on the airside terminal, airside 4, which is gate 70 through to 99. We have to head first to US Customs and Border Protection, then collect our suitcases, and then jump onto the gate link that will take us over to the main terminal building, where we'll then meet up with the Hertz car hire company. And then that will take us to the Sheraton Vistana Resort.
This is the corridor now. Very nice big wall here. And we're now heading for US Customs and Border Protection. So here we are. So now I'll stop filming as we now go through border control. US Customs and Border Protection. Okay, we're now on the gate link. Orlando International. Going over to the main terminal.
So yeah, they didn't submit the plane.
Please stand clear of doors announcements shortly.
Please stand clear of the doors and hold on to the handrails. The gate link will be departing momentarily for the main terminal. You will be arriving on the 3rd level of the main terminal building. Baggage claim is on level 2.
Hello, this is Orlando Mayor Buddy Guy.
And he's put it
Dear
on.
residents, welcome home. You're one of our nearly 70 million visitors. Welcome to the city. Here, imagination becomes reality as theme parks and attractions. Aesthetic experiences are found in our art scenes, sporting events, and small businesses. In Orlando, there's something for everyone. To help you enjoy your visit, everything that makes Orlando unbelievably.
Right then, the immigration process was as normal here in Orlando, and it wasn't as bad as compared to being here last time where we had to queue up for 2 hours, and the customs was alright as normal. So here we go, we're now on our way to the main terminal, and the Virgin A350 parked up on the return flight to Manchester. So here we are, entering the main terminal building, where we then have to proceed down to the
The gate link is approaching the main terminal building. When the gate link stops,
please exit and follow signs to baggage claim. Remember, resort and other ground transportation options are on level 1. Here we are, now arriving at the main terminal.
Thank you very much for watching the flight from Manchester over to Orlando. It's been a pleasure to have you along, and I will be doing another video on the return flight as soon as this one gets uploaded. And thanks to all my subscribers, and of course, you can probably tell how many subscribers we have got now. That's right, we've got 1-43k. So let's continue the success on this channel. Thanks for watching.